Boom! YouTube, what it do, what is good? Back again with another one for you. This is Mr. F.T.O. and as always, I'm rocking with
your boy, Mr. Icebox, aka Revolver Real. Holla at me, what's good?
What is good?
Shoes.
Shoes always a
Family's better.
friendly topic,
You know?
of course. Family, it's always.
How you, yo?
What up?
We have been talking a lot about shoes. We gonna change the narrative a little bit. I just had something pop up in my head.
We're gonna change the narrative today.
Off the top. This is a miscellaneous video.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you, last night, I don't know how many of y'all, you know what I'm saying, gamble. But last night, FanDuel.
Okay, FanDuel, let's get into it.
FanDuel, I had, let me pull my phone.
Well, actually, I should actually probably grab my phone.
Go ahead, grab yours real quick. I just gotta say this, man, because
Let's talk to the people.
this one's been on my mind.
FanDuel, what about DraftKings?
I didn't have a lineup in DraftKings last night. I forgot I had a $12 game in DraftKings last night. Did not put a lineup in. They sent me an email after the game started. Shout out to DraftKings. But I gotta find it. LeBron James
He did all right last night, didn't he?
did his thing. Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Was he a snowflake last night?
bruh, he might as well have been.
Was he a snowflake last night?
Y'all know how much he costs. He is
About 11 something?
$11,600.
That's a lot for not a 50-point game.
He gave out 34.6 FanDuel points.
Sound like you should have faded him.
Jay Wiseman
Oh, he did his thing again.
for Golden State
He did his thing again, and he was what?
was
about
only
$600?
$4,200.
Oh, that's it.
$4,200. He gave 34.6 points on FanDuel.
Oh, I knew it was something. It was a 36 in there somewhere. And I faded him. I should have picked him. I faded him last night.
I want y'all to see this. This should not be a thing. Jay Wiseman and Antetokounmpo should not get the same amount of points. I don't care what the score is. I don't care if it's a 39-point deficit.
But it does matter if he doesn't play the whole game though.
Bruh,
If it's blowout risk, then that's why you gotta consider the factor of a blowout risk. Let's talk about the game. Now y'all know, depending on who the team's playing, you know you probably want to fade a star player if it's a chance for a blowout risk.
Bro, Chris Middleton had the most amount of points off their team with 31 points.
And he was how much though?
7,400.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wait,
Yeah,
what was he times the value? 3 times? 4 times value?
6.4.
Ooh, that was a great pick.
Yeah. Now, when you go down to Antetokounmpo was 3 times the value. And Jay Wiseman was 8 times the value. Nicholas Batum gave me 35 points. Nicholas Batum
what was the price point?
he was 3,500.
Oh, that was a good play.
10 times the value. Those are the plays that I look for. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Nicholas Batum ain't gonna do nothing but go up higher and higher and higher.
Shoot, they still have what's called. They still got what's called pretty low. Kevin Durant was still pretty low.
Durant,
You know, he was like a
8,500.
a 10 grand plus player before he got hurt.
Shoot, that's last year at the beginning of the year though. But he still should have been even Luka. Luka the Don.
He was like 11 something, right?
11-3. He was
42.
42. Come on, 0.3. That's trash.
Yeah, I picked him. I actually picked him in the lineup too. But I had some people kill me though.
Zion snapped.
Shoot.
Irving snapped.
Josh Hart, he did pretty good too, didn't he?
Josh who?
Hart. He was down there.
He had 25 points. He had 12 12, 9, and 1. 12 points, 9 rebounds, and a steal. And a steal.
All right, since we speaking of the picks, what's the night slate?
Well,
Who we got tonight?
Well, basketball wise, Yeah, let me see. Oh, I still gotta. Let's see. Tonight. They gonna make. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. I gotta get
What? You know what, y'all? Let's go ahead and let y'all know he look like he ain't even ready for it yet.
I'm ready for it. I wasn't ready for tonight. I was talking about yesterday still. That's a good one though, cause let's get into tonight. I ain't got no lineup in for tonight either, huh? That's why I said I wasn't ready for tonight. I'm like, yo.
Oh no, I do got lineups in. I got 2 lineups in.
Okay. So tonight, it's looking like the hitter. There's 2 hitters.
I just don't know about one of them.
Which one? Jamie?
James Harden.
Yeah, Jamie Harden.
I just don't know about James Harden.
Why?
Because he don't want to play in Houston. I just don't know. He might still come up the show.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
He might still show up to the game.
James, I'm gonna put it to you like this.
I'll put in multiple lineups and I'll put him in one and then I'll fade him in one.
James Harden is. He's the type of player that he knows. He knows he don't want to play in Houston, but he also knows he still has to sell his product. He still has to sell himself. So if he goes out there and blows the game or doesn't perform or has a hissy fit,
he already did it. Didn't he throw the ball at one of the rookies in the locker room? You ain't heard about that?
bro,
He already out there had hissy fits.
Bro, that's in-house stuff. You feel me?
It ain't in-house if it's public knowledge.
They weren't supposed to share that. They weren't supposed to share that.
It's public knowledge.
That's what I'm talking about. It's not supposed to be man. They're a team. It's not supposed to be. They won't.
So okay, if you gonna pick Harden.
I didn't say I was picking Harden.
I'm about to say if
my Houston ball ain't Harden.
If it's a stud, like if you going studs, like all right, let's go. Give me your 4 studs.
Dame Lillard. He has something to prove. I don't know how I feel about Gildress. But I am going with I don't know how to say his first name, but Sabonis from Indiana. Yeah. That's a good pick. Y'all listen to me. Don't pick him if you want to. You're gonna lose.
It's a lot of potential out there. It's only a 3-game lineup though.
Yeah. Then you also have you also got Donovan Mitchell. He's a sleeper for real. Oh man, Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's a baller. You can't put nothing past him. Now, if you want to earn somebody, let's earn C.J. McCollum. Yeah, he gets big earns.
I'm only saying that because of
you know who's been
performance.
You know who's been balling?
Nope.
Larry Nance Jr. Son.
I don't know. Nah, I know. I don't know who's been balling. How many games has it been? 3?
Man, shoot. It doesn't matter how many games the boys been played.
It does. It's 82 game season.
72 this year.
Oh, okay. I think I was asking somebody that. Like, yo, is it still gonna be 82 games?
82. It's 72 this year. I gotta figure out. Is Russell playing tonight?
It's a game time decision. So it's like that's still up in the air. I don't know if they confirm whether or not he's playing, but they're talking about him getting rest.
How are you resting somebody in the beginning of the season?
I don't know. That's what it says, game time decision. But what about Bradley Beal, since you spoke about Russ?
Not for 81. I'd rather go with Devin Booker over Bradley Beal. Devin Booker's only 79.
I think the risk is worth the reward for Bradley Beal. I guess it depends on who you put around him, though, because that $200 price point may not make that much of it, depending on who you're putting around it.
Let me see who he is. He don't really have a. I mean, like Thomas Bryant, David Murtaugh, or no, Davis Bertans. You know what I'm talking about? The white boy with the chin strap, with the beard.
All right, what about DeJounte Murray?
This year, I'm rocking with that little dude.
I mean, he was balling last year though. He had a bunch of 50-point FanDuel. Like, he had a bunch of 50-point fantasy nights.
Yeah, but he also had a couple nights where his attitude could have got him ejected out the game. And you got to take that into consideration because somebody gets ejected in the second quarter because James Harden's getting in his head.
I don't know.
Bro, now I will say, usually, and I commend I commend D Murray for that one, yo, because usually the rookies, they let the superstars walk all over him. But my boy stood up, he pushed him back like, yo, who you think you know what I'm saying? I ain't the right, you got the right rookie today, big dog. I like that. I commend that, you feel me? I commend that.
He just picks though.
But balling wise, he sold me a couple times last year. I ain't mean he sold.
Who didn't sold you?
But
just
T.J. Warren.
Just had LeBron.
And Sabonis.
You just had LeBron the other day. Then
Yeah, Bron sold. Yo, that's the thing.
Like, who knows? It happens.
Listen, LeBron sells all the time.
I done had.
But Sabonis has never sold.
I done had James Harden.
James Harden's a seller.
And put up 70 points and then give me like 25.
Yes, he is a seller.
Man, everybody, man. Like, even Sabonis done did me like one time. Because if you giving me like 40 points on a consistent basis and then you hit me with a 19-point game, it's like, damn, fuck me up with that one. When I just knew I had, when you was around that 7,000, 8,000 price point, it was like, okay, this is a good pick. And I'm looking for the boost, and then it's like, oh, there go your boost.
Hold on, let's talk about Reggie Bullock. He been balling, ain't he?
I don't know. Now that one I don't know.
I think he had one game that like he had a game that was like, I gotta find it. It was immaculate, yo. It was crazy.
I don't know.
The Knicks.
Let's see.
Is this it?
I can't even see my line.
Is this it?
Trying to show the line up.
This ain't it. Cause this game ain't immaculate.
I'm trying to show the daggone line up.
Alec Burks had 22 off the bench.
Yeah, he was pretty good that game.
R.J. Barrett.
Oh yeah, I like him. I like R.J. Barrett.
I like him too. I just need him to step it up a lot.
I mean, I won't expect that. I'm saying, like, well, if I'm going off last year, before everything got serious, his price point was actually, he was a hit or miss, but it was one I was worth taking. Him and Markelle Fultz, it was like, I risk taking it. They always hit or miss. They always hit or miss though.
I don't like Gilgeous Alexander either. I'm sorry.
Oh, you bugging. You bugging right there.
Not saying no. I can't.
Maybe not this year because he don't have what's called.
Not for balling. Not for fantasy. I just can't. You know?
Hey, that's a sleeper right there.
You know who I'm gonna put my faith in this time?
Who?
Dame Game.
I mean, it's only right.
He had such a terrible game last game. He's going to come out on fire this game.
Or maybe not.
Man, you know he hitting this game. Come on, we talking about Dame, yo.
Who they playing against?
Uh,
Who he gonna be going up against?
Dame going up against Houston. Now, who Houston gonna run that point guard?
Shit. I don't know.
Cause I don't even see. No.
Who?
They gonna have to pull somebody from the bench. because John Wall's the starter, right? Wait. Yeah, so John Wall's the starter. They going deep. Because he's out too.
Maybe they gonna switch the line, but maybe.
So Daniel House gonna start.
I'm about to say.
PJ Tucker gonna start.
I'm about to say Gordon still play with them. Gordon. I'm saying that I'm missing a lot of pieces. I'm like, yo, there's a lot of changes that have been made to these rosters that I done missed. When they had time to do all this trading and stuff.
All season, yo, they was talking like, yo, who are they playing?
Who the hell in the background now? I ain't even think about that.
No, not that. I'm talking about who they playing or something because
We gotta stop this.
Oh, that fan.
Nah, well, that. But I was like, this ain't nuts no more.
That nigga said, hold on, we gotta stop this.
That's not know what this is playing now. Sit down now. I'm gonna start commenting on people's shit. Let this rock out in the background now. I ain't even gonna play now. Just leave it up there.
I don't think we could.
Yeah, YouTube, bro. Shit.
Huh?
Yeah, YouTube. What you talking about? Ain't nothing playing. You can't hear nothing.
I just know that they made some copyright and stuff.
I pay for this shit. I pay for this shit.
So Daniel House.
I go back to YouTube. Nigga, you know that video about to be long as hell. You do know that, right?
Who? Yeah, that one.
Oh shit. Play this in the background, shit. Ain't worry about them copying it. This some of the shit that. I ain't watched it yet, but I'm gonna cut it on like I'm watching. I just leave that shit on the screen. Ain't like we monetizing. We talking over the video anyway, so you know none of that shit ain't gonna matter. Oh shit, her shit dying, bro.